Welcome back to another rebuild I have for you guys here on Madden 20. Today it's going to be another realistic rebuild, but this time of the New Orleans Saints. Before I really begin this video though, as always, if you guys are new around here and are looking forward to some more Madden 20 content down the line, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. I would love to have you guys back for my next upload. Also, if you end up enjoying this video in particular, I would greatly appreciate it if you could leave a like down below. Two more final plugs as always. If you'd like to follow me on Twitter or join my Discord, links to those are down below, but now let's start talking about this team. So very tragically, once again, this team lost in the playoffs 3 years in a row. Very infuriating losses for the Saints fans and whatnot. But Drew Brees is the starting quarterback of this team. Drew Brees is one of my favorite players in the entire NFL. He's a great quarterback, obviously. I don't really even have to say that. Obvious future Hall of Famer. He is ridiculous. But I think it is way more fun in Madden to do rebuilds moving on from these older quarterbacks like Drew Brees and Tom Brady, Phillip Rivers, all those guys, Big Ben as well. It's always fun to move on from those guys. So I think I will let Drew Brees go in free agency. I don't know if this is going to happen in real life. I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure this is his final year on his contract, right? Yeah, so this is his final year. I would have to bring him back. He's going to regress really badly. And I think I want to try to draft a quarterback. This upcoming quarterback class has a lot of interesting guys in it. I think it'll make the rebuild a lot more fun in the end if I can draft a new one. Maybe I'll bring him back to like another 1-year deal and still draft a quarterback or something. That's probably more realistic in the sense then that the younger guy can still learn from Drew Brees. Maybe I'll try that if we have enough money for it. But if we don't have enough money, I'm not going to bother trying to bring back Drew Brees. Teddy Bridgewater also is going to go. I think he's definitely earned a starting spot on another team. He played really well in the absence of Drew Brees this year. Alvin Kamara, fantastic running back, really good receiving back. Maybe the best balance in football. He's insane to try to bring down. He breaks off of tackles so frequently. He's a very good running back. Michael Thomas, isn't he a 99 overall now? I'm pretty sure he is. Maybe. I think I know what happened. I had to start this in the first round of the playoffs because I was trying this before and I started it in the current round of the playoffs we're in now, and the draft order was really messed up and everything was really weird. I really don't know what happened. I'm pretty sure Michael Thomas is a 99 overall now. I do have the most updated roster. Don't know what that's all about, but he's a 96. It's really not that big of a difference there. Ted Ginn and Traquan Smith are the other two receivers. It is really bothering me that he's not a 99. I'm not going to change it. I'm pretty certain he is. Michael Thomas is a 99 overall now. I'm on like the EA Sports website or whatever. Yeah, I think it's just because of where I started this franchise at, but I'd rather sacrifice 3 overall points on Michael Thomas than mess up the entire draft order. Because like I said, if I start, I don't know if it's just my franchise, my game, I'm not sure what's going on right now, but whenever I start from the current week right now, meaning like the conference championship, or the most recent week is the one before that, so the divisional round. When I started from there and simulated and did everything normally, the draft order was awful. It said the Dolphins had the first pick, and every time I'd simulate, Chase Young got selected every time. And each time it said like undefined for his overall and like his college. I don't know what that's all about. So I just tried to combat that by starting a week earlier. I forced all the correct wins, but Michael Thomas is a 96. Whatever. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't think he'd play that much better if he were a 99. But on the offensive line, we have Teron Armstead, Andrews Pete, Eric McCoy, Larry Warford, Ryan Ramczyk. Fantastic tackle duo. Maybe the best in football right now. They're both so good. Andrews Pete's still pretty young. He's 26 years old. He has some potential. I think he's on a contract year right now, though. Eric McCoy is a great center to have. He was a rookie this past season. And then Larry Warford, I think, also will hit free agency. We should be able to bring back... I'm thinking we could probably bring back both of these guys. They're both pretty good still. Jared Cook is a good tight end, but he will start to regress soon. I'm not sure if I want to go ahead and draft one or what's up with that, but Jared Cook is definitely still a good tight end, though. On the defense, we're going to start in the secondary. We have Chauncey Gardner-Johnson here, who was also a rookie this past season. He's a 77 overall. I think that makes it so Von Bell will not be coming back to the team. Another player who should hit free agency for us. Marcus Williams is a very good free safety. Marshawn Lattimore is a great corner. Janoris Jenkins, Eli Apple, PJ Williams, and Patrick Robinson down here. Marshawn Lattimore is the only guy I want to keep this entire time. These other guys, honestly, are all pretty replacement level to me, at least in simulation. We have Demario Davis, Alex Anzalone, and AJ Klein at linebacker. I never know if it's Anzalone or Anzalone. I've heard it pronounced both ways. I always just said Anzalone. And then on the defensive line, we have Marcus Davenport, who's still very young. I think he can probably go up in development at some point for us, hopefully. We have Cameron Jordan, one of the best defensive ends in football. Sheldon Rankins, David Onyemata. are also here. So this team obviously is very good. They made it into the playoffs. They were one of the better teams in the entire NFL this season, finishing 13-3. But because of how good the NFC was, they had to play in the wild card round, and they lost to the Vikings, unfortunately. But hopefully we can get this team back into the playoffs very shortly. I don't think it'll be too difficult, but let's see who is in the Super Bowl. Okay, I turned on auto scouting, imported the draft class, did all that fun stuff, and the 49ers and the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. I think the winner's going to be the Chiefs, and they do win 31-10. All right, well, let's quickly check out if anybody went up in development trait. Drew Brees actually just went ahead and retired. That made my decision pretty easy then. We don't have to worry about re-signing him. That's fine. I don't think anybody on offense went up in development, at least from what I can see there. And then defensively, Demario Davis is up to superstar. That's pretty cool. I think he's the only player to go up in development, unless I'm missing someone. I'm very bad at spotting who goes up in development. I always miss somebody. But Drew Brees is not here. Like I said, he just retired. How much money do we have? We actually have a good bit of money. Okay, so we can bring back whoever we want here, really. So I definitely want Andrews Pete to start out with, because offensive linemen are difficult to come by in realistic rebuilds. I would love to bring him back to the team. He's coming back. I think Larry Warford I'll also give a contract to for another 2 years. He should be fine on the team for 2 more seasons. I don't think he'll regress that badly. He's going to test out free agency. I could just tag him to get him for 1 more year. I'll do that. I really want him, and he's going to be difficult to get because a lot of teams usually go after decent, overall offensive linemen in free agency. David Onyemata's not bad. He's definitely not, but he's only a 79, and he's 27 years old. I think we can replace him pretty easily. And I don't really want anybody else down here. So I think I'm good just to go straight into free agency here. Let's sign some of the better players. Maybe we get Chris Jones. I feel like I always get Chris Jones. But who is available? We have $40.64 million to spend. Chris Jones, of course, the top player. Robbie Anderson is down here, and I think Robbie Anderson's a player I'm going to go after. He's very good. We can probably get him for a couple years. Have Traquan Smith maybe play the slot, and then have a really good wide receiver core once again. Eric Armstead's also a player I kind of want to go after, because then he can play defensive tackle for us. Dak Prescott is in free agency. Imagine that. I think I'm going to draft a quarterback. It's a lot more interesting that way. Okay, I went after, I think, like 4 players. Let's see who we got. We did not get Eric Armstead. We did not get Corey Littleton. Robbie Anderson as well rejected. That's a great start, but we got James Bradbury. Okay. I wanted those top 3 guys so badly. I gave them all a good bit of money, too. That's frustrating. So we still have to look for another defensive tackle and another receiver. Should we go after AJ Green for a season? Just to bring him on the team, maybe try to mentor the young Traquan Smith or something. I don't know. That'd be funny because those are the 2 receivers I had in my Bengals franchise. But who else do I go after here? I'm still kind of upset. Those 3 players rejected. That's so annoying. Darren Lee also rejected. Why does nobody want to come play for the Saints? What is going on right now? We can talk about a 5th-year option, though. Who is it for? Marshawn Lattimore. I'd say that's worth it. Let's give him at least 1 more year after this one. That's going to be a lot of money, I think, but it's fine. There's another one as well. Who's the second one? Ryan Ramczyk. The same thing goes for him. I'd want to do this, but that's going to be a lot of money. I think I just want to give him a really long deal. I probably should have done the same with Marshawn Lattimore. 5th-year options don't really seem to be worth it right now. It's just like you're franchise tagging them for another year. I think that's how the game works, at least. And it doesn't really seem all that worth it. Like, I'd rather just give him a pretty big deal in free agency. But anyway, we got a Landon Roberts. I needed another linebacker. I went after Saul Betty. two of the other guys I went after rejected. Landon Roberts decided to accept. But let's hop into the 2020 NFL Draft. We have the 24th overall pick. The Bengals. Do they take Joe Burrow? They do take Joe Burrow. Andrew Thomas goes to the Redskins. No Chase Young for them. The Lions. Do they go Chase Young? They do. They get Chase Young, and the Giants are going to go with Grant Delpit. And then the Panthers, rounding out the top 5, go A.J. Epineza. Okay, so let's go to my pick. Number 24. I am looking to take a quarterback. Let's see if we can get some quarterback in this class. Who is still here? Jordan Love is the best quarterback available, and I am super comfortable with him starting on this team. Dude's a beast. He should probably be projected to go in the 1st. I see some people saying early 2nd or so for him, so I felt like 2nd round's pretty fair. But Jordan Love is on the team now, 72 overall, hidden development trait. He will try to be the Drew Brees replacement for us. Really good throwing stats, pretty good speed on him as well. Jordan Love, welcome to the team. Our next pick is in the late 3rd round. I'm looking to take a receiver. There's usually some pretty good receivers left when I simulate kind of late, so hopefully there's still one here now. I don't think these guys are that good at the top here. I do really want a receiver, but I don't really want those guys. I was hoping if we had a second-round draft pick, we could have taken one of the better receivers in the class. It's fine, though, because, you know, sometimes, like, T. Higgins will slide for some reason to, like, the second round and stuff like that. So let's see who I want to go with. I honestly have no idea. I think I'm going to go Vaughn Donaldson just because this is kind of cheap, but I've drafted him before, and I know he has hidden development trait. I'm good with him just being a backup guard for us. Maybe then he can play instead of Larry Warford this next season. So then I don't have to bring back Larry Warford. But in the 4th round, I honestly don't even know who I should take here. Maybe I'll just like kind of take a shot in the dark, take like a defensive tackle or something, because we still do need one. I could go with Raekwon Williams or Naquan Jones. I think I've drafted Williams before, so let's go with Jones. Why not? 61 overall. He's not very good. It's fine, though. I'm just going to advance to, I was going to say to the end of the draft, but I'm actually going to trade these picks away. I need to start doing that more. I always forget, and I always just simulate right away in this first draft. But the first draft is, you know, pretty important to trade down with. You can still get some decent stuff the following season. Like, there was a 4th rounder from the Vikings. It was between them or the Browns, and I think the Vikings will be much worse. Also, Justin Jefferson, I feel like I should move him up. I think people think very highly of that guy. Like, I don't really watch college football. I say this all the time. I just recognize the player because of, you know, people on Twitter and stuff like that. I think they think he's going to be a really good player, so I should probably go ahead and move him up. But I traded away those final 2 picks. Now we can go to the end of the draft. This was a rather uneventful draft, but we did get a potential franchise quarterback. That's always awesome to see. We also got a good depth offensive lineman and then a random defensive tackle who probably won't play much at all. But let's see who went after pick 5. Tua was the 2nd quarterback to go. I forgot Joe Burrow went 1st overall. Derek Brown, Jerry Jeudy, Dylan Moses, Justin Herbert going to round out the top 10. But there's the rest of the class if you guys wanted to see anything else. But now let's simulate, upgrade some of the players that we can, and then I'll go over the team. This is amazing. We have 1 experience point for Will Clapp. That's exactly who I wanted to upgrade. I also really desperately need to sign some receivers because we only have like 3 on the roster. So let me go ahead and do that. Desean Jackson could be a player I go after. Kendrick Bourne's also not too bad. I'm just going to sign like 2 or 3 of these guys just to play. And we have the money to do it. I'm not going to re-sign him at the end of the year, but Desean Jackson can come in case he can maybe mentor Traquan Smith or something. I could also use 1 more cornerback. I should probably sign like 2. We don't have many on the roster either. So let me go ahead. I don't really want Eli Apple, but alright. I mean, I'll get him. Why not? I guess PJ Williams is coming back to the team as well. Screw it. Alright, this is going to be your Saints for this next season. It's an 85 overall, 87 offense, 83 defense. We definitely still have some work to do on this team, which I think can be fun. Hopefully this upcoming draft is good in the free agency period and whatnot. But more importantly, I really hope that Jordan Love can have a fantastic rookie year. I think he will. He's very talented, has a lot of weapons around him. Hopefully he can fill the massive shoes of Drew Brees. But here's the rest of the offense. Not all that much has actually changed. And then defensively, a good bit changed on this side. I mean, we lost David Onyemata. We lost some of our cornerbacks. We also added a Landon Roberts to start at right outside linebacker. But I think the team as a whole is still very good. I do think this team will make the playoffs because the Saints are really, really glitchy in simulation. So hopefully we can get some of that cheese on our side right now. Yo! I didn't expect this to happen. Okay. Right as I'm recording this video, a minute ago, Luke Kuechly is retiring? I just got the update for that on my phone. Are you joking? That's insane. He's 28 years old, and he's still one of the best defensive players, one of the best players in the NFL, and he decides to retire. That's nuts. It reminds me of like a Patrick Willis situation. You know, he retired somewhat early, right? And he was also super dominant. Okay, well anyway, let's get back to the rebuild. The team is 5-2 this year, looking very strong. That's awesome to see. So are the Panthers, probably because Luke Kuechly didn't retire. 4-3 for the Buccaneers, 4-2 for the Falcons, who somehow already tied twice. That's kind of nuts. So what does Jordan Love have for development? It is just star, but that's fine. I'm comfortable with that. Hopefully he can go up to superstar at some point for us, and maybe even X Factor after that. On defense, I don't think we have any developments to reveal. That's fine, though. The team is still looking pretty good. I think this team can definitely make it into the playoffs, even with a rookie quarterback. I'm not sure how far they'll make it, but I definitely think they can at least get there. I mentioned this before, but I really want Ryan Ramczyk back for a long time. Same thing with Kamara, same thing with Marcus Williams. This is that incredible draft class they had. It's going to be super expensive to bring all these guys back, but they're all more than worth it. Ryan Ramczyk is coming back to the team. That's nice to see. Let's see about Kamara. See if he can come back. That's still crazy to me that Kuechly is going to retire. I wonder why. I didn't really look into it. Maybe it's some kind of injury or something he's been dealing with for a while. Just doesn't feel comfortable. Like the same kind of reason. I think isn't that why Calvin Johnson retired or something? It was just painful for him to keep playing even though he was so dominant and whatnot. I don't know. It could be some reason like that. Obviously, personal reasons, most likely. I'm sure Luke Kuechly still liked playing football. Hopefully, his life is just, good for him. I hope that he can be well and all that good stuff. Like, Luke Kuechly was a phenomenal player. The NFL's going to miss watching him just destroy opposing offenses. But we pretty much re-signed everybody I wanted to, except for Sheldon Rankins. He's just like, nah, I'm not coming back just yet. Whatever. I'll figure that out later. Sheldon Rankins is finally coming back to the team. It took me a while to get this done. He was very stubborn, but at least we got him. We made the playoffs this year. We made the wild card, going 10-6. We actually have to take on the Panthers, who are 12-4. That's a really interesting game. That would be a really cool one to watch. But 8-8 for the Buccaneers, 6-8-2 for the Falcons. Jordan Love had a crazy rookie year. 4,156 yards, 37 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. This has to be Rookie of the Year. If it's not, I'm going to be very upset. Kamara was very good this year, 4.4 yards per carry, 10 rushing touchdowns, a little over 1,100 yards. Michael Thomas doing what he does best, 90 catches, 1,274 yards, 15 receiving touchdowns. Traquan Smith was also really good, almost 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns for him. Ryan Ramczyk letting up a bit too many sacks, honestly. Teron Armstead doing the same thing, but that's just Madden simulation for you. 108 total tackles for Anzalone. 18 tackles for loss for Cameron Jordan, 14 for Marcus Davenport, who had 8 sacks. Really solid year there for Davenport. 3 interceptions for James Bradbury, 2 for Demario Davis, Marcus Williams, and Marshawn Lattimore, 1 for Landon Roberts. The free agency acquisitions are kind of showing up there. 1 touchdown for Marshawn Lattimore, no safeties, no blocked kicks, and then how many forced fumbles? Oh, hold on. Forced fumbles, sorry. 3 forced fumbles, none were recovered. All right, well, we were 8th in the NFL in offense. It's what you have to expect with the Saints. Very cheesy offense. 5th in the NFL on defense, though. That's nice to see, too. Patrick Mahomes, though, winning MVP. I imagine Jordan Love is on this list, and he is at number 9. And I don't think there's any rookies anywhere else on this list, which is awesome. NFC Offensive Player of the Year goes to Zeke, but Jordan Love at number 5. Jake Fromm is at number 10. Hopefully he doesn't win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Could be close. Defensive Player of the Year is Aaron Donald. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Jordan Love. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Defensive Rookie of the Year, AJ Epineza is going to win that one. Nobody from the Saints. That's fine. But let's check out these experience points quick before I do go ahead and spend them. Jordan Love has 9. He can also get more in the Super Bowl week, which is cool to see. Traquan Smith has 4. Michael Thomas has 1 over there. Defensively, I don't see all that many. I see 2 for Anzalone. We also signed Bruce Irvin, apparently. I didn't do that, but whatever. I'll take him as a backup. Let's spend these experience points and see if we can take down our divisional rival, Panthers. All right, the team's an 86 overall now, 89 offense, 83 defense. Let's see what the Panthers are all about. They're an 83 overall. We have more X factors than they do, so let's simulate. I think we're going to win just based on the X factor difference alone. That's how you tell if your team's better, all right? Just sign all the possible X factors you can, and you will lose in the first round of the playoffs. The Browns and the Panthers make it to the Super Bowl, so the Panthers fight all the way from the wild card round, even though they went 12-4. But to be fair, the Saints this year were 13-3 and didn't get a first round bye. And the Panthers are going to win the Super Bowl, 24-21. All right, let's see. Did Jordan Love go up to superstar? I wouldn't be surprised if he did, and he did. I love to see that. Another 3 experience points for him as well. That was a great selection in the draft. Defensively, Demario Davis is up to X Factor. I kind of want to bring him back to the team then. Also, Marcus Davenport is up to star. Demario Davis is actually up to X Factor. That's actually kind of insane. And I said actually, I think twice, very close to each other. Okay. I don't know if we bring him back. Do we have enough money for this? He's probably not too expensive, right? He wants a 2-year deal. I don't really want to give him a 2-year deal. I'll give him a 1-year deal for like 10 mil or something. I doubt he'll accept this, but we're going to give it a try. He wants to play for a new team. What's the franchise tag looking like? 13 mil? That's not too much more than what I was about to spend on him. I'll do that. I'll tag him. That's not a big deal to me. He can be a fine, outside linebacker for us this next season. He's still an 80 overall. I just didn't want to give him a 2-year deal because I know I'm not going to want him after this season. We still have $21 million though to spend here. And Trent Williams, as usual, is the top free agent. But Chris Harris Jr. is here. He's a player I think I'm interested in. Also, James Bradbury is up to star. Chris Harris Jr. would be a really nice slot corner for us. Especially with a team that's already really good. I don't have to worry about development. I think Chris Harris Jr. would actually be a really good signing right now. I went after 2 players, and they're both pretty old, but they're both X Factors, so I'm alright with it if we can get them both. We got Chris Harris Jr. We did not yet hear back from the other guy. I'll show you who it is, though. It is Coleus Campbell. And the Jets will probably get him. I wanted him to play defensive tackle. I don't think I'll have enough money to really raise a contract at all. Yeah, the most I can do is 58 points. We're not going to get him. That's fine. Alright, we picked pretty late in this draft, but I know exactly who I want. I really hope I'm able to get them. But I'm just going to sim directly to the pick. We pick at number 24. Is this player still available? Noah Page just went. I actually thought he was going to be far better than that at left tackle. Okay, well anyway, let's see who's still here. Let me actually just sift around a little bit before I show you who I want to take. There were a couple good receivers in this class. I didn't want to trade up or anything for them, though. There was a really nice tight end. I would have taken him if he were available. I didn't scout that guy, which bothers me a little. I'll put him on my draft board. Maybe I can take him randomly. A very nice looking guard, supposed to go in the 2nd round, but his talent is mid-1st round, which is nice. Really nice looking right tackle at the end of the draft, right? But he's probably in like the 70s or something, which is pretty cool. There were so many good defensive ends, but they're all gone. By the way, this is the player I'm taking. Abdul Lewis looks unreal, but there are so many good right ends, and they're all gone. Abdul Lewis is definitely the guy I want. There's also a really nice corner, but he is no longer here. So Abdul Lewis just looks unbelievable, man. I feel like you shouldn't be able to be that strong and that fast at the same time. It's crazy. Here we go. He's on the team. 78 overall. Ranked number 2. We took him at number 24. 78 speed, 93 strength, 78 block shed, 84 power moves. Ridiculous player, man. He's going to be such a good defensive tackle for us. I feel like there's nobody who I really desperately need right now that I can't wait for. We have 3 4th-round draft picks. I'm going to trade this pick away. I don't really want anybody right now. I think the 2nd and the 5th next year from the 49ers will be my selection. It'll probably be a pretty poor 2nd-round draft pick, but that's fine. Now, let's just go with best player available. Who are we going to take here? We have a couple players with 1st-round talent, which is always nice to see. Who is the best-looking one, though? We have a couple blocking tight ends, which I actually will take one of these guys, and he'll probably start for us, which is just funny to me. These 2 guys at the bottom are late 1st-rounders. These guys at the top are mid-1st-rounders. I'm going to go with Alan Buggs because he's a little bit stronger, and his top 3 skills look a tad bit better to me. I know this guy's a B impact block, but he has B- and then C++, C+, as opposed to C++, C. So let's go with Alan Buggs. Why not? 72 overall normal development, ranked number 18. We took him at number 88. A pretty good tight end to have on your team, especially if you run a lot of like 3 tight end sets or whatnot, because his run blocking is solid at 71. Decent speed, not really, but decent for somebody who can block well. 76 for that. 71 catching. He might even be our starting tight end next year, which is hilarious. Or I could just go with Josh Hill again or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But now we have 3 4th-round draft picks. Should I go with that other tight end? He is available. I really want to go with him. Maybe if he has hidden, he can actually play. He's a 75 with normal. I think I'm going to keep Stuart Warner as the starter. Even though he looks a lot worse, I don't think that really matters too much in simulation. I still think he's going to be our starting tight end. That's hilarious to me. I have seen these blocking tight ends, though, go off in simulation and go up in development like crazy. I've seen it before. I would not be surprised if it happened now. But let's see what we can get for this pick. Let's try to trade this one away. Maybe if we can get a 3rd next year, I'll do this. Now, 4th-round draft picks never really seem worth it to trade. I will, though. I'll just trade it with the Raiders. We're just getting a 4th next year. There's nothing really much more I could have done with that one. We also have the 24th pick. I think this is ours. With this one, I will take a player, though. I'm going to go with Otis Hunt here. Our right tackle. 71 overall, normal development. A bit old, but very good player, actually. Really poor run block finesse, but if you boost that up, he's probably close to 80s. Let's see if we can get any of the other players on my draft board. They both looked alright. And the only one left is Milton Falk, who is going to be way better than that linebacker I had on my draft board. So welcome to the team. 70 overall, but this player has hidden. I think he's going to play then, just because of the hidden development trait. That's definitely worth it to me. This was a really solid draft. Honestly, one of my better ones. Especially in a realistic rebuild, we drafted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight players who were at least a 70. Then I simmed these last 2 picks. We got a 57, Matt LaFleur? Really? That's your name? Matt LaFleur. Alright, didn't think he was eligible to be drafted. And then David Wright? Oh, what are these names? Are you kidding me? We got a former NFL coach, and we got a former 3rd baseman. That's fine. Really interesting names at the bottom there. Who was the best player in the class, though? It was an 80 overall right end, Delonte Perriman. I told you the defensive ends in this draft looked nutty. I think I may have said left ends. I think I meant right ends, though. There were a couple guys who looked so good. He's a speed rusher, right? Yeah, this guy looked so nice. 84 speed, 83 finesse moves, 88 acceleration. There were a few more as well. Dalen Schofield went number 1 overall. Wesley Hogan, yeah, I was definitely thinking of right end, not left end. This right end class was stacked. Also, this running back looks super good. Josh Leonard. Normal development only, but he has 94 speed. Looks like a fun player to use. I think I forgot to bring back Alex Anzalone. I totally meant to. That's on me, because he's not on the team anymore, right? Like, I didn't just miss him. Yeah, he's just no longer on this team. That's fine. We'll have to figure something out, though, for middle linebacker. I think I may look at the trade block and just see if we can ship anybody off to get a new middle linebacker. And there's really nobody here who I think I want. We could try free agency. We actually don't even really need another linebacker that badly, to be honest. Hold on, let's see. Who's here? Nigel Bradham. Gerard Davis. Gerard Davis is fine. I'll bring him in. And once again, we need some more wide receivers. So, John Ross, welcome to the team. And why not? Taywan Taylor, you can come over too. Alright, so the team here, 86 overall, 88 offense, 84 defense. Looking pretty solid to me. Also, let me point this out. I know I said this Falk guy was going to start, but I didn't realize Donaldson's up to a 73. He's not even that bad. So I figure, Donaldson can start this year. Falk can just back him up. And I think we only brought Andrews Pete back for 2 more years, right? Yeah, so he only has 1 more year left on his contract. That's fine then. I can let him go in free agency. And then we have a backup who can probably move over to left guard. I'm really comfortable with that. At tight end, though, we have the insane blocking tight end duo. Because why not? We're going to do it for the memes. I should probably sign a backup quarterback as well. I will get to that at some point. But that's the rest of the offense. I think this team can play perfectly fine. Honestly, just based on the offense alone. We have so many playmakers on that side. Defensively, I have to move some stuff around. Hold on a second. That looks a little better to me. Landon Roberts moved to left outside linebacker. But the new additions to the defense. Gerard Davis. We have Abdul Lewis, I believe your name is. This guy's going to be a stud. I can't wait to see what his development is. And then Chris Harris Jr. now joins the team. He is the nickel corner for us, though. Hopefully he can do well there. But I will be signing a backup quarterback, probably 2, so we don't have Will Lutz and Thomas Morstead back here. And then I will start simulating. What is the record looking like here at week 9? We are 5-3, playing well once again. But once again in second place behind the Panthers. 3-4 for the Falcons, 0-7 for the Buccaneers. The Panthers up there 6-2. I know we at least have the defensive tackles development to reveal, but I don't think there's anybody here on offense. Defensively, show me something good. He only has star. That's fine. I will take it. He's still a great player and should develop really well for us. Who has to come back to the team, though, this season? Teron Armstead is the top free agent, and he's a player I want 100%. One of the best players on this entire team. Chris Harris Jr., I think I can let go. Marshawn Lattimore, I do want. Andrews Pete, I'm going to let go. Demario Davis, probably the same thing. Marcus Davenport, I want back. Traquan Smith, same thing goes with him. We do have to, fill a couple of these holes in this free agency period, though. But we do have a lot of money. So let's prioritize getting the better players back on our team. And then we will start simulating. So, Teron Armstead back on the team. I guess continue simulating, not start simulating. Marshawn Lattimore does not want to come back just yet. And I'm just going to negotiate with these final 2 guys down here. Marcus Davenport is back on the team for a couple more years. And then Traquan Smith, our slot receiver, having a pretty good rebuild for us right now, does not want to come back just yet. Alright, fun. Marshawn Lattimore is coming back to the team now. And then Traquan Smith wants a better bonus as well. It's exactly what Lattimore wanted. Move this up to 2.5. Come back to the team, please. Thank you. Alright, cool. Alright, we barely just snuck into the playoffs here again, going 9-7. 12-4, though, again, from the Panthers. 9-7 for the Falcons. 3-13 down there for the Buccaneers. Jordan Love had a bit of a down season compared to last year. Still not awful, but definitely wanted a little bit more than this. 29 touchdowns, 3,700 yards, not too bad, but a bit too many interceptions. He had 12 this year. Kamara, though, was insane. 1,419 yards. 5.2 yards per carry, 11 rushing touchdowns for him. Michael Thomas was our leading receiver. Kamara had, wow, okay, hold on a second. 39 catches, 712 yards. That's actually a crazy average then. 18.3 average receiving yards per catch, which is pretty cool. Traquan Smith only gets 2 touchdowns. What happened to the offense this year? Looks very flat, at least in the passing game. The rushing attack looked awesome. Teron Armstead, Ryan Ramczyk doing their thing, letting up 10 sacks, whatever. 114 tackles for Gerard Davis, comes over and leads our team in tackles. 13 tackles for loss for Sheldon Rankins, who led our team in sacks with 7. 6 for Abdul Lewis. Cameron Jordan getting 3. What's going on there? Only 2 picks for Gerard Davis, 1 for a ton of players, though. Our defense seems also kind of flat. What's going on? No defensive touchdowns. No safeties, but we have 4 forced fumbles for Sheldon Rankins. I see that already. 1 blocked kick. Actually, no, sorry. It's 4 for Gerard Davis. I thought it said Sheldon Rankins for some reason. He recovered 3 of those. Wow. 1 for Sheldon Rankins and 1 for, the head coach. 8th in the NFL in offense. Don't know how that's even possible. It's probably because of Kamara. And then 5th on defense. Okay, so I guess we're playing well in terms of yardage. Patrick Mahomes wins another MVP. Dak Prescott goes to the Colts and comes in there at number 7. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Russell Wilson. Alvin Kamara at number 4. That's cool to see. Case Keenum. All right, the Bears playbook seems kind of broken too. Defensive Player of the Year, Roquan Smith. Gerard Davis, though, at number 5. That was a really good, free agency pickup. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Stuart Warner. He's our tight end, isn't he? What? I was, really confused. I had no idea who that was at first. Okay, he won that. Sure. Alan Buggs, I think, is our other tight end. That's awesome. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Oliver Bowden. Abdul Lewis, though, at number 2. Our defensive tackle, David Wright, the third baseman, at number 7. All right, some weird names going on. I don't even know what's happening anymore. But this tight end won Offensive Rookie of the Year. That is very surprising to me. He only has 2 experience points for it, but that's whatever. Defensively, I don't see a ton for anybody in particular. I guess 3 for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson's pretty good. But let's spend these and see if we can win a playoff game. Against the Panthers here again, we'll probably lose. All right, the team's an 86, 89 offense, 84 defense. Let's see what the Panthers are all about. We probably still have a higher overall team, and we do. They're an 84. Let's advance, though, and see if we can take them down finally. We have more X factors, but last year showed that meant nothing. And it means something now, apparently. 35-23, we win that game. We have to go up against the Seahawks here. They're an 83 overall team. I'm actually going to hop into this game for a little bit. You know what? It's the playoffs. We're going to go for it. 4th down and goal. Why not? Can we actually convert this? Also, Love is number 9. I love to say that. Was that caught? That was a really stupid decision that worked out for some reason. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, we have about a minute left to score a touchdown to take this game into overtime. I think I'm going to go for 2 if we score. I don't care. I'm ending the game here. I'm not going for overtime. I don't even care if it's the playoffs. No, I don't know what I'll do, actually. I really do just want to go for 2. Because I don't really care all that much if this team really does win a Super Bowl. It's just cool to see how the teams progress. That's the only thing that really interests me about rebuilds anymore. But let's see if we can hit our amazing blocking tight end here. Now, I'm going to throw it to Kamara underneath. Juking to the outside. Going to try to juke back inside. Jukes into Bobby Wagner. That's never a good idea. We have no timeouts. I just realized, okay, hold on. We're in a worse situation than I thought. Can you hit the throw? Michael Thomas. That's pass interference. We're going to get the ball so close to the goal line. Let's get it. I'm going to be looking at Warner here, I think. It's so funny trying to throw him the ball. He's so bad. But he's going to catch this touchdown. Let's go. Let's go. The blocking tight end comes up massively there. I'm going for 2. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This isn't like my actual, franchise series or anything like that. What do we do? What do we do? I don't really like this pass. I don't really want to go with the slant. But I also don't want to run the football. I don't think the run's going to work too well. Can I get a different run? Like a draw or something? I can get an inside zone here. This actually may work. I'm going to go with the inside zone. Let's go with it. Here we go. No, Latavius Murray's getting stopped. No, it didn't work. Somebody came through immediately. Unfortunate. I really don't care though. All right, we're going to lose that game because I'm stupid, but I wanted to win. All right. Hopefully you guys can respect it. But it doesn't really matter all that much. I'm sure we'll make it back to the playoffs again next year. The Super Bowl here is between the Seahawks and the Colts, so I guess the Seahawks made it all the way. The trend continues, at least these past 2 years. The team who beats us goes on to the Super Bowl, and they win the Super Bowl. So that's consistent with last year as well, but did anybody go up in development? On the offense, sadly no one did. I was really hoping Warner would have. That would have been awesome. Defensively, Gerard Davis is up to star. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson is up to superstar. But I will definitely take those development trade upgrades. Do I want anybody back on the team here? I don't think so. Andrews Pete is still a good guard. How much do we have? We have the money for it, but I'd actually rather just spend it elsewhere. Same thing, Demario Davis is actually still pretty decent. Do you want this? I'll give you that if you want it. Now he's going to test out free agency. I'm not going to tag him. Maybe I'll get him back in free agency. He's actually a pretty decent player to have on your team. So let's just advance, see who's here. I know Jair Alexander is almost always here. He could be a player I go after. $42.49 million, potentially. Travis Kelce. That's not a player I see often. So I think because of that, he's going to come into the team. Oh, Jarrad Davis was a free agent. I forgot about him. I will bring him back to the team. If anything, he can at least be a backup. He was pretty good for us. I'm doing it again. I'm sorry. I literally always go after Jair Alexander, but he's so good. It's like, how do you not go after him? He is so much better than any other cornerback in this class right now. And like Leighton Vander Esch is super tempting as well. I desperately need linebacker, so I'm doing it again. I'm doing my best to make this team just as good as it can possibly be. And hopefully now people accept our contracts. I went after so many players. Travis Kelce, Jair Alexander, Leighton Vander Esch are all on the team. Awesome. Okay, I really want Jarrad Davis too. But I'm not going to be able to get him. That sucks. I probably should have brought him back to the team. Actually, if I would have done that, I probably couldn't have went after any of those other guys. Well, all three of them at least. So I'm okay with the change. I think we might actually have to trade up in this draft, because I'm in desperate need of linebacker now that we don't have Jarrad Davis or Demario Davis. I pretty badly need some linebackers. The only one we have is Leighton Vander Esch, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing. He's very good. But if you look at the defense here, we really only have him. So I'd love to get one of the better linebackers in this class. The only issue is I don't know what I can use to trade up. I mean, I could probably give my first rounder and 2 second rounders and give that a shot. That doesn't seem terribly unrealistic, because that's actually a lot of value. So maybe I'll give that a try, but let's just see. The Buccaneers, Dolphins, Rams, Bengals, and Redskins. Do any of these teams need linebacker? The Dolphins could use left outside linebacker. I'm not sure if they'd go with this guy now. Who is it? The Bengals, I think, were next. And like I know the Rams were around here. Let's check out them really quickly. They're good at right, but not left. I think the Bengals are up here as well. They're okay at right. They're actually okay at left as well. This is a bad situation for me to be in, though, because I don't know where to trade up. Let's Simpai the first pick, though. I don't think the Buccaneers will take him. Right as I say that, they take him. Number 1 overall. He's a right outside linebacker. Why did they even take him? Don't they have Shaq Barrett? Yeah, they have Shaq Barrett. They have a pretty decent middle linebacker, dude. I mean, Levante David's pretty bad now. But Devin White's still very good. Carl Nassib isn't awful. He's not great, though. He's actually pretty bad. But still, I mean, he doesn't even fit their scheme. Okay, well, I don't think it's worth trading up anymore, so I'll just simulate now. I may be able to go ahead and try to trade for some linebackers or something. I'll do something. I'm not exactly sure yet. But who should I take here? A couple of good running backs. Okay, corner. This wide receiver actually looks alright. He's supposed to go first round. Supposed to go mid-first round. I'll actually probably take him now then. I'm just going to take Forrest Lacy now. He actually looks pretty good. He will just be our third receiver. 71 overall normal. Ranked 13th? That seems like a pretty bad player to be number 13. I don't know about this draft class then, but he'll still be our third receiver. They don't usually get involved all that much anyway. The number 1 and then the 2 in the slot usually do the most damage. So I think we'll be fine then. I guess here I'm going to go left tackle. He's just going to be a backup for us. I do need to take these linebackers. I don't think either of them are going to be anything good at all, but I will take them at some point. But Trey Hoover first. 71 overall, hidden development left tackle. Very good depth for us, but he's not going to get much playing time. I guess now we go linebacker. And Jordan Wayne looks better, so here we go. He's on the team. 66. I was hoping maybe for at least like a hidden development trait or something. The other guy's probably in the 60s as well. I think we can still make the playoffs this year without a great linebacking core. I just kind of messed up a little by not bringing back Jarrad Davis. Keelan Boone, the final guy I'll take. 64 overall. Unfortunate, but maybe we can try to trade for someone now. Just anybody in the 70s would be a really big upgrade right now. Did the computer give me a gem? Probably not. They typically don't. But we got Greg Bradshaw here, a 63 overall quarterback. All right, a 58 right tackle, 53 running back, 60 wide receiver, and then 2 more players in the 50s. I definitely need to check out this linebacker. How good is he? He has hidden development trait. He looked very nice. What is his development trait, though? Star development? Okay, so I didn't miss that badly. Definitely still wish I had him, but who is the best player in the class? It was a 76? Are you kidding me? This draft class was very bad. Honestly, one of the worst draft classes I've seen overall-wise. Of course, some of these guys could have crazy development traits or something. Some decent late-round talent, though. Some of these guys later look pretty good. Like this third-round center looks nice. A couple second-round running backs. All right, well, let's advance the week. I just wish it was a deeper linebacker class. That's the only issue with this team right now. So let's see if maybe we can dip into free agency first. There's usually nobody available here. Shaquem Griffin is here. Jacob Martin also is, but they're speed rushers. Shaquem Griffin's not bad at all. He's actually really good, but he can't really play anything other than speed rusher. I could probably sign him, and he would be better than who we have. Nigel Bradham is still a free agent. Ja'Kai Polite, another speed rusher. Matthew Adams isn't a speed rusher. Let me just see who is on the trade block right now. If there's anybody like low 70s who fits the scheme, I'll be fine with that. Devondre Campbell is on the trade block? I'll get Devondre Campbell for 1 season. Let's see what we can give up for this. I'm giving the Colts Wayne, who was one of the middle linebackers we just drafted, and then a third this, third next year for Devondre Campbell. He should help out our linebacker core a lot. Leighton Vander Esch is going to be our middle linebacker, okay? He's moving to middle. And then outside will be whoever I just drafted. He's like a 64, but I don't care. He's going to play outside linebacker. I really don't think he'll affect the team much. Usually in a 4-3, like your third linebacker, who's not your sub linebacker, usually doesn't do all that much. Honestly, this guy can be here. Even though he's a pass rusher, I'm good with it. He's a 71. It really won't make much of a difference. But this will be the team when we start out on offense. Here's a look at the offense. This team still looks so good to me. The wide receiver core, if you take away Michael Thomas, is actually really bad. But I think we're okay. Honestly, Michael Thomas and Traquan Smith have been playing really well. I think they can make up for it. Hopefully Jordan Love can have a good season here like his rookie season. He's an 87 now, looking very nice. Alvin Kamara has been phenomenal this entire time. The offensive line is still looking very good. I actually have to move Donaldson to left guard. Actually, no, he is a left guard. Is Falk a right guard? Yeah, okay, never mind. We're good. I guess I already did that. Or I just never switched Donaldson. I think that's what happened. Whatever. Anyway, the offensive line looking really good. Travis Kelce is now on the team at tight end. So this offense could be very, very lethal this year. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson has another experience point. Might as well spend it. Just go into zone, make him better in that department. I'm actually really surprised he went up to superstar. He has a lot of potential in real life. He's a good player, but I didn't expect him to go up actually that easily. But the defense, I think, is still very good. Linebacker is still one of the weaker positions here, but Devondre Campbell and Vander Esch make for a pretty good duo. The cornerbacks are unreal. This defensive line is still very good. The secondary in general is very good. I think this team has a lot of potential. Hopefully we make it back to the playoffs, though, once again. Alright, so yet another 9-7 season. Interesting, but we finished number 2 in the division again behind the Panthers, who are 14-2. What is going on with them right now? 6-10 for the Falcons and the Buccaneers. Alright, I'll take 3, consecutive playoff berths, though. Jordan Love had a very good season, bouncing back from last year's okay season. Almost 4,000 yards, he was 7 short, 33 touchdowns, 9 picks, going back to his rookie form, which is nice to see. Rushing yards, Alvin Kamara, very good once again, about 1,200 yards, 9 rushing touchdowns for him. Michael Thomas was amazing, 93 catches, 1,137 yards, 7 touchdowns. Forrest Lacey played really well. 75 catches, 833 yards, 6 touchdowns. Nope, sorry, 9. I don't know why I read that as 6. I think I looked at Travis Kelce's numbers. He got 6 touchdowns. Traquan Smith got 5. Very similar seasons between those two. Offensive line is playing super well right now. That's good to see. 92 tackles for Marshawn Lattimore leads the team. 15 tackles for loss for Cameron Jordan and for Sheldon Rankins. 8.5 sacks for Cameron Jordan, and then Sheldon Rankins and Marcus Davenport each got 7. 3 picks for Lattimore leads the team, 2 for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and Jair Alexander, 1 for Devondre Campbell and Leighton Vander Esch. No defensive touchdowns here for the team, 1 safety though for Cameron Jordan, 1 blocked kick for Leighton Vander Esch, and we have 1 forced fumble for Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. That was not recovered. Okay, so 4th in the NFL in offense, top 5 there. Defensively, we were 3rd, man, and we still go 9-7. Makes a lot of sense. Jordan Love, though, at number 3 for MVP. Love to see that one. NFC Offensive Player of the Year, Cam Newton. 76 overall, still the starting quarterback. That's cool. Nobody else from the Saints other than Jordan Love up there. Roquan Smith, the Defensive Player of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Cam Bridges, but Xavier Taylor, whoever that is, at number 4. We have Greg Bradshaw at number 8 as well. I think he's a quarterback. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Kelvin Beckett. That outside linebacker. Okay, that's fun. Just rub it in, why don't you? Cam Newton is the best quarterback. Jordan Love, though, at number 4. Best running back is Christian McCaffrey, of course. Alvin Kamara at number 5. Best wide receiver, Allen Robinson. Michael Thomas, though, at number 5. Best offensive lineman, David Bakhtiari. Teron Armstead, Ryan Ramczyk at 3 and 4. Best D lineman, Jadeveon Clowney. Nobody from the Saints. Best linebacker, though, Roquan Smith. Nobody from the Saints. Best defensive back is Darius Slay. Nobody from the Saints. Best kicker, though, is Will Lutz. I will take that. The most important category to win. Let's check out these experience points, though. All right, we have 3 more for Jordan Love. He should go up pretty well then. He's going to be in the 90s for this playoff run. 2 for the left and right guard. That's nice. Defensively, I think we have 2 for LVE being the most. I don't think anybody else has more than that. All right, let's spend this quickly and probably spend my coach experience as well. Okay, the team's up to an 89, 92 offense, 87 defense. I'll probably hop into this game to get more gameplay here. The Packers are only an 80. We should win this game. But of course, you never know what's going to happen in Madden. All right, the team is just very casually being crushed. So let's just try to hop in here and see if we can do anything. See if we can make this comeback. We're down by 20. I tried to get that to B, but the pass rush got there way too quickly. Michael Divinity Jr. gets back there. Run the ball with Kamara up the middle. He's going to juke to the outside. There we go. Almost picking up that first down. I'm going to start to hurry up, though. We don't have... I mean, we do have a lot of time. I won't say we don't have much time. But we are down by a lot. So I like to try to get up big early. This is an easy first down. There we go. A lot of room to run for Kamara as well. Good blocking. Let's continue the hurry up here. I like the defense they're in. RB is wide open here. That's going to be a touchdown. Nicely done. That's Lacey. Who even is that? It's Forrest Lacey. Okay, I was looking at tight end and I got really confused. Okay, that's why I was just concerned because I thought that was a tight end for some reason. I was going to say it looked really small too. Our defense just keeps playing really well. We're just getting 3 and outs. I keep simulating the defense. I'll hop in if anything crazy happens though on defense. I'll start off here on offense with the ball. I'm going to... Oh my god, that got picked. No chance you intercepted that one. I saw you there the whole time. I figured I could lob it and it would work, but nope. All right, good play there. That's stupid. Oh, Kamara getting all the way to the outside. Excellent blocking downfield as well. That worked out super well. We're going to take this one inside of the 20. I'm going to continue the hurry up here. Let's see what we can do. We're going to get sacked, of course. I had B open too. That's annoying. Divinity gets back there again. This offensive line cannot block. All right, so it's 3rd down and 19 now. We need a pretty big play here. I'm going to be looking at Travis Kelce on the streak. One-on-one, I'm going to take this to him. Travis Kelce. And that's getting intercepted because animations are this entire game. Tell me how George Odom, a 72 overall free safety, wins a jump ball with Travis Kelce. Sure. Make this catch, please. Thank you. Nicely done there, Traquan Smith. Let's not go into the hurry up. Let's let the team rest a little bit here before this play. A is wide open here across the middle. There we go. He's going to break off those tackles as well, and another face mask. The team just doesn't want to play. All right, well, 3rd down and goal at the 22-yard line. You're going to love how I ruined this one, right? And I'm going to get sacked again because nobody gets open. All right, this game's over, I think. Can we finally do something when we get close to the end zone? Probably not. I'm sure I'll take a sack here somehow. X is open across the middle. It is Michael Thomas. I'm going to hurry up now, though. Let's see if we can score in this next play. That would be nice. A is open. This should be a touchdown. It finally will be. Jeez, that took forever. Can Michael Thomas get open here? That would be huge. He's not going to be open, but Y is. The only thing is that this is across the middle of the field. We have to hurry up really badly. We have to hurry up so badly. Can I get there to spike it? Spike the ball. Spike the ball. Spike the ball. We only have 10 seconds left. Okay, if we can get something to the outside, get out of bounds maybe. I'm not going to go for a Hail Mary yet. If we can get something to the outside out of bounds, maybe we can take a realistic shot to the end zone. I'm going to be looking at Traquan Smith to the outside. Let's just drag Lacey across. We can't take a sack here, though. That's the thing. Just going to loft it up, see if he can make a play. He caught it, but out of bounds. We have 4 seconds left. Well, you're just going to have to hope that somebody gets open deep. We don't have anybody good in either, which is so frustrating. So it's going to be all on Turner or Traquan Smith here. Can Turner make a play on this? Do it to him. Oh my god, he almost catches it. But that's game. We're going to lose this one very unfortunately. But let's see who wins the Super Bowl, and then I'll conclude the video. The trend actually ends here because the Packers are not in the Super Bowl. It's between the Ravens and the Seahawks. I think the Ravens will win. Why not take a guess? They are going to win this one 31-28. But I think this team was very good. Sadly, though, they did not win a Super Bowl. They didn't really go too far into the playoffs any of these times, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys ended up enjoying this one, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.